let's talk about support and resistance. Very basic concept of charting analysis. Okay, support is, just before we even get into that, okay, what really is a support? Just in a layman's term, okay, you have a table, right? You have two sets of your pair of legs on each side. What do you really call a support? If a table is standing on the first leg or one pair of the leg, it's not really a support. It needs to support, it needs to be supported by another pair on the other side of it. That's the only way your table can stand, or chair, or whatever you want to call it, right? So what support is, basically a floor where the demand exceeds or outweighs supply, meaning when you have a support level, okay, you have to understand that the sentiment is more bullish than the bearish. When the price comes to an area, I'll show you an example too. When the price comes to an area where it's more likely to bounce, that is what you call a support. And once that support is broken, it's no longer valid anymore, okay? So what it means, it also means that traders are investing, or traders or investors are buying at the wholesale prices. You want to buy the prices, instead of $20, you want to buy the price of buy the stock or whatever instrument trading at a lowest possible price. Let's just say $15. And it's the same analogy that goes on. For instance, some sort of sale is going on. Okay, there's a Black Friday sale. There is a MacBook or iMac on sale, and the retail price of that iMac or the PC or whatever it is, it's about, let's just say $900. But at the wholesale, which you only have limited time of 2 to 3 days or even less, that MacBook goes on 50% sale. So from 900, it's probably listed at maybe 450 or something, right? So that is what you call a wholesale price. And that is how charting analysis works, because when you are looking for something to buy, you always want to be looking to buy it at wholesale and sell at a retail, okay? So retail is what? Retail is basically your resistance, your ceiling, right? Where supply exceeds or outweighs the demand, meaning the sentiment is more bearish than bullish. And it also means that traders, investors are selling at the retail prices. Now, let's just say he bought a few of the MacBooks or PCs at 450. Now you know that I bought it at 450, and as the prices go up, I can sell it, right? I can sell it at 700, I can sell it at 800, I can sell it at 900. So you're profiting from it, right? So what you're doing is you're selling it at a retail price from 450. You could be still making money, or somebody else could be making money off you if they bought it at $800, because right now the regular price is what? $900, okay? So now let's take that into the charting analysis. How do we know? Okay, how do we know that support is being created? From the get-go, as a trader that we're sitting on the computers, right? We don't know. Okay, we don't know how the big institutions are playing. Obviously, we want to get on along with them to see, okay, this is where they're buying. I'm going to start buying at their level so that I can start on profiting along with them. But initial move, for instance, in this right here, okay? In this move, how do we know that they're buying in here, right? We don't. We would only know once the prices reaches possibly around here or even up there. So we obviously, if the prices are here, okay, let's just say you bought it here. You didn't know that prices are about to go up from here all the way at the top. Excuse me. This could be a bullish candle, but it could also be another bearish candle followed by this bullish candle to the downside. So we don't know that. So let the big institutions create that support level, support zone for you. How do you know that? Once the prices puts a floor in, okay, and it goes all the way to the top, okay, and then it starts to reverse. Only then you know that you created a support, and they created a support, and they also created a resistance. This could be $25, this could be $35, right? They bought it at 25 and they kept on buying, and they kept on toward the top of it, toward the ceiling, they kept on selling, which created a resistance level, right? So now that you know that they have created a support and a resistance to relationship, how do you get in? It's the next figure, right? So once you know that this relationship, this support is resistance, support equals floor, resistance equals ceiling. That was created. Now you go on to next. How do you tackle along with them, right? You also know that they created this support and resistance relationship. There was a lot of demand here, okay? A lot of demand for the prices because why? It was at a wholesale prices. Why did they sell it here? Because it was at a retail prices. They profited. And second time, okay, this is the key. Second time the prices come around this area, that is the only time you are going to tackle along with them, because retest of the support more likely, not all the time, okay, it could just simply break to the downside in here and then that's where you'll find a new support level. But the retest of the same support area which was once created by them will more likely have a bounce to the upside. In fact, even you can even get around this candle. I'm not going into detail about we're putting the stops and all that, but we're talking about the support and resistance relationship here. So prices came back down. This area, where is the resistance? You clearly know by looking at the left where is the resistance. If you look to the left all the way up here, we bought it here because they bought it here. Retest of that, you bought it again along with them. Where are you selling? As it goes up. You could be selling here, you could be selling here, you could be selling here, or you could be moving your stops. So every single time the test of the support level is where you are going to buy, okay? And what you're going to do is you're going to buy, you're going to sell at the resistance level, right? The support is basically your floor. So once that floor, it has maintained that relationship, you start trading in that channel, okay? This is a channel, this is a horizontal channel. It could be a diagonal channel too. Prices could be to the upside, right? Prices could be, instead of this horizontal line, it could be a diagonal line, right? So increasing demand causes the prices to go up, and increasing supply will cause the prices to decline. Nobody wants to buy the stock all the way up here, right? Because people who bought it here, they're selling it here. So what it's doing is increasing the supply, because they're all sellers. Okay, the sentiment is, it's not all sellers. It's just the sentiment is the bearish at the resistance level. So hopefully that kind of makes sense. And as you could see, the prices from here bounced up, from here bounced up. This is where you would take the trade and sell it here, retesting again in here, right? So going into the detail, okay, going into the detail is where I'll talk more for the members how to exactly look out where is the pure supply, where the pure support is, how does the relationship work with the support and resistance levels. I'm going to point out some key levels in there. So I'm going to leave it to that for this presentation. Very short but very powerful if you understand the relationship between the support and the resistance. And just before I leave, I'll add something else on there as an example. Is let's just say you are in a building of 10 stories, right? And you're standing on the second story, which is at that time is your floor, okay? You're looking above. What was above you? It's a third floor, right? So third floor, you're looking at the ceiling of the third floor. What's gonna happen is, what if you go to the third floor and standing on top of the third floor, that ceiling that was once you were looking from the second floor, you were looking above, which was third floor. Now you're standing on the third floor. That ceiling became floor, or the ceiling became your support. And now you're looking at the floor above you, which is a ceiling, right? So that is a support and resistance relationship, that support becomes ceiling, ceiling becomes support. So once these two levels are broken, okay, once the levels are broken, you need to change your mentality. You need to change, okay, I'm not at the support anymore. Now I'm actually, which was once support, it's now ceiling, okay? And which was once your resistance or your ceiling, now is support. So make sure you understand that concept